Horrendous. It's awful. It's horrific. Did I finish the book? Or did the book finish me? Okay guys, it is time. We are finally starting Insatiable. I've been putting this off for the longest time, and like literally I mean years. I just know I'm gonna love this, so there's literally no reason why I've been putting it off. It's just one of those things. I desperately need to try and read this now because I'm actually gonna get the opportunity to meet Leigh Rivers in a couple of days because I'm attending Rare London and she's an attending author, so I'm really hoping that I can take my book and get it signed along with my copy of Little Stranger, and I'm actually gonna try and annotate this as well. So I've got my little tabs, I have a highlighter and a pen. I'm actually not going to sit and start this here with you right now because I'm actually about to head up to Edinburgh. I'm going up to Emmy's for a couple of days because we have an event with V. Schwab. So I'm going to stay at hers because the event's in Edinburgh and we're going to spend a few days together. But I'm going to read this on the way up there and hopefully on the way back. I don't think it's super long, but I'm hoping I can get a good chunk read, if not finished, over the next couple of days. And I'm going to try vlog it as best as possible because this was so highly requested. But I apologise in advance if the vlogging on this is not the best, but I will be vlogging reading the rest of the trilogy anyway. I'm literally about to head off in about 15 minutes, so I need to go finish packing my things and get going to my train, and I'm super excited to finally start reading this and I can't wait to share my thoughts with you guys. So anyway, I'll catch up with you guys properly whenever I next can. Okay guys, this is how far into Insatiable we are. I have just got up to chapter 13. I'm 135 pages in. So I did get a decent chunk read on the train when I was coming up yesterday, and then I read a couple of chapters this morning before Emmy got up. I have tabbed quite a lot and highlighted, well actually I stopped highlighting because it was bleeding through the pages, so I've just kind of been underlying stuff. This is one of my annotations from this morning. There was a one bed scene and this is my annotation from it. Yeah, I was saying this to Emmy this morning. So far, nothing particularly good has happened in this. This has kind of just been a constant state of suffering so far. I described this. It's kind of like similar to reading Boys of Tom series, but make this adult and make this very dark romance. So it's nothing really, like it's all kind of heartache and suffering so far. And I fear it's not going to get any better. I fear I'm going to suffer more before it maybe gets a little bit better. And I also fear that maybe this trilogy doesn't end with a happily ever after, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to research it and potentially spoil it for myself, because in my head, I kind of need to know that something good is going to happen at some point in order for me to continue. But I'm loving this. I'm absolutely eating up. But yeah, it's like, oh, it's dark and it's painful, and just there's a lot of trauma and suffering going on and a lot of miscommunication, a lot of toxicity. I love Cade and I love that he calls her Freckles. I think that's so cute. The next time I catch up with you could potentially be when I get home, but if not, I'll see you sooner. Okay, today I thought it was time that I had a proper sit down and chat with you guys. I've just got back from Edinburgh. I am now on page 294. I got a good chunk read on the train again on the way back. So I'm on chapter 28 now. And I have been tabbing like crazy. I've tried to cool off on the tabbing a little bit. I feel like maybe at the beginning I was tabbing like way too much and underlining stuff that I didn't need to underline, but I was just like, you know, locked in. And I just wanted to highlight everything. So I thought I've not really sat and told you properly like kind of what the story's about. So basically you kind of go into this where the FMC and the MMC have history. The MMC is called Cade, the FMC is called Stacey. Cade has a twin, and Cade's twin is best friends with Stacey. So best friend's twin brother, basically. And he is obsessed with her. From the beginning, you know that something has happened that's caused them to break up, but you don't know what. And sort of slowly you go through this and you find out exactly what's happened, how much miscommunication has gone on. And they're just so toxic with each other because they say really hateful and hurtful things towards each other, but they can't resist the sort of pull they have towards each other. And they both have a lot of baggage and a lot of trauma and are both dealing with really heavy, awful things that they're not speaking to each other about. I mean, they're not speaking to anyone about it, but it really hurts that they've never confided in each other properly about these things. Throughout this so far as well, we've had like multiple flashbacks that have all been in the MMC's point of view so far, basically of moments from when they were younger and they first started sort of getting to know each other and kind of essentially falling in love before this awful thing supposedly happened and they broke up and hate each other. And the worst part is as well, this whole time when they had their relationship, I think their relationship was like over the span of a year, they kept it secret from everyone, so they can't even talk to anyone about it. Both of them know their history, but no one close to them knows their history. And yeah, it's just kind of been navigating that, and there's sort of a bit of forced proximity going on where they've kind of come back into contact with each other when he's managed to avoid her sort of somewhat for the past 2 years. Basically, so far it's just been a very toxic cycle between the two, all quite dark and gloomy at the moment. I am absolutely loving this, don't get me wrong, and I'm so invested in this story and these two characters so far, but yeah, it's not an easy read by any means. So anyway, I would like to sit actually and try and finish this tonight if I can, because I want to get this in the month for June, because it was on my TBR for June. I mean, all 3 of the books of the trilogy were on my TBR for June, but it's just not happened. But I really, really, really want to finish at least this one, and then I can put the other 2 in my TBR for July. I will say one thing though, this could possibly be one of my favourite MMCs of all time. He is severely troubled, he's unhinged, but he is so pathetically obsessed with her. He's a funny one because he's in a lot of ways soft, but equally he has a lot of sharp edges. Anyway, I shall continue. There's some really cute memories in the flashbacks, and one thing I will say is I do like that although they're kind of experiencing a lot of firsts together, I like that they're not like really young teenagers. They're both 18, and for different reasons of their own, they kind of have never experienced any sort of intimacy or proper romance with any other person before. That's really nice that they're kind of experiencing stuff together. It's really sweet. now on page 392, just come to the end of chapter 37. I am stressed. I'm so stressed. I'm reading this on the edge of my seat. I am not happy right now. It's not going well. I'm scared because this is how much I have left in the book. And I actually feel so sick. So we're going to read the last couple of chapters together. I think I've only got 2 chapters left. No. No, no, no. I am done. I'm finished. Did I finish the book? Or did the book finish me? I fear the book finished me. Oh my gosh, that was... yeah. I mean, it's a 5-star read, but is it good? No, it's awful. But it was 5 stars. I'm actually genuinely nervous to pick up the next book. I feel physically sick about what's probably going to happen in the next book, and the fact that there is 2 more books. Like, I just feel like book 2 is probably just going to be endless suffering. Well, continued suffering from this one, but amplified, and then hopefully not too much more suffering in book 3, and then a happy ending. I need a happy ending. I'm probably going to keep saying this throughout this vlog, but I'm fighting through this because I'm hoping there's going to be a happy ending. I'm completely lost for words. I don't have anything else to say on the matter. Anyway, I'm going to go tuck myself in bed, rock myself to sleep. I don't think I'll have a chance to start book 2 before I meet Leigh Rivers at Rare, so I'll probably pick it up next week and vlog it with you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys. Hello besties, we are back and we are ready to pick up the next book in the Edge of Darkness trilogy. I have been told that it's happily ever after, so I'm clinging on to that. Let's grab ourselves a drink first and then we shall sit and read for a bit. I'm hoping to just sit here and read until Eddie and Honey get back because Eddie's picking Honey up from preschool tonight, and so I have maybe an hour. So we'll see how much reading we can get done in that time. Guys, my Sunny Angel came off my Kindle. He lost his stickiness, so I've peeled it off and I ordered some more like sticky pad things to put on Amazon. I think it was like £3 and I get like 70, which I don't need 70, but there wasn't an option to get a single one, so we're getting 70, and then I guess I have replacements if I need them. Before we make a start, I will quickly show you the special editions I managed to get at Rare when I met Leigh Rivers. It was honestly so amazing meeting her. So you may have already seen these if you watched my Edinburgh Rare vlog. I managed to get 2 different special editions that I'm really happy about because I did miss the pre-orders for Leigh Rivers because I got my tickets second-hand late, and so I missed literally everyone's pre-orders. But I managed to get the Edge of Darkness trilogy from Leigh Rivers' table, which is absolutely divine. Yeah, she's stunning. I absolutely love her. This was a little bit pricey, but in my opinion, worth it because I know this is going to be a god tier series for me. I just know it. We haven't finished the second book. We haven't started the second book, but it is going to be a god tier for me. I just know it. And so I needed this, obviously. And then I actually found this special edition of the Web of Silence duet, and this was from Page and Wick. I'd never heard of Page and Wick before, but I actually ended up buying 2 special editions from them. I got the Web of Silence duet and I also got When the Moon Hatched. Again, you will already know that if you watch my Edinburgh Rare vlog, but I'll just quickly show you the art on these end pages because I love them. Oh, I am just obsessed with Malachi. He's dreamy. I love it so much. Anyway, I just want to show you those quickly. So let's get some reading done. I don't know how much we'll get done before Eddie and Honey get home, but I think I only have about half an hour now because I ended up getting distracted and having things to do. Let's just get going. I'm so stressed. Oh, this is awful. I honestly hate her dad so much. We have made it to chapter 7. We are 16% in. It's the flashbacks that keep getting me, and then like the contrast to the present day and learning like how everything's kind of unfolded over the years and like what was going on with her at the same time and like what was going on with him, and it's just very traumatic. Okay, Eddie and Honey have just got home. I'm on 21% now and I feel physically sick. This is awful. I don't want to be here, but I can't stop here either because I cannot dwell on this current situation, so I need to push through. But this is just absolutely horrendous. It's awful. It's horrific. I will catch up with you guys when I next have time to pick this up. I might sit and do a bit of reading tonight after I've got Honey to bed, but we shall see. Hello, lovely people. I did read a couple of chapters in bed this morning. I didn't end up doing any reading last night, to be honest. I felt like I needed a little break after how traumatic those chapters were that I was reading yesterday. But I do think I maybe should have persisted because I found that the chapters I read in bed this morning almost gave me a little bit of a breather from those really heavy chapters that I just read. But I fear that it's kind of leading me into a false sense of security right now. I feel like it's sort of potentially the calm before the storm, although I can't see at this point how it can get any worse. But every time I post about this book or I post an update on my Goodreads, everyone's like, it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse. And please guys, stop. Don't do this to me. I have just got sat down. I've got some new sticky pads that have just come for my little Sunny Angel, so we'll stick him back on my Kindle. I have also been listening to and reading Echo Fort by the Twisted Sisters. I'm not vlogging this one, but I just wanted to let you know my current thoughts and feelings on it because this is incredible. I loved book one and I'm loving book two just as much. We've got some new POVs in this book and some really exciting introductions to new characters and insight into my favorite MMC's brain, Kaiser Brynthion he's called, and basically think Darius A. Crooks from Zodiac Academy, but worse, like so much worse, like he's actually a psychopath. And yeah, I've just been inside his head and I was actually laughing out loud. It was kind of giving me vibes of reading Cade Mitchell from the Edge of Darkness trilogy and Killian Carson from God of Malice. Is it Killian Carson? I can't remember, but Killian from God of Malice, you know, like where they're literally a psychopath and their brains are just not wired the same. They don't fully understand feelings and they're sort of like, it was just making me laugh. But yeah, I am eating this up. It is a chunky book. I'm 39% in, but I'm reading this at a very slow pace because I'm only reading it when I've got time to sort of properly annotate it because I don't want to miss anything. If you like, I will read you something I have highlighted that's not a spoiler. Also, I have so many theories forming from reading this and I want to share them with you guys, but I know some of you probably haven't read Neverkeep yet, so I can't. Okay, we are all monsters in each other's nightmares. When the enemies start to sort of potentially see that they don't have to be enemies, and I feel like it's gonna be multi-book slow burn. Well, I already know it's a multi-book slow burn because I'm in the second book and we're still burning, and I love that. I love that. I love a slow burn. But anyway, this is not a reading vlog for this book. I just wanted to let you know how much I was loving it, and I knew I would love it. I'm gonna park that there and we will read some more of Voracious. I am now on chapter 15 and I am 31% in. So we're about to go into another flashback chapter from Cade, and these ones, yeah, they get me in my feels. Actually, before we get started, let's stick my little Sunny Angel back on. Also, in case you guys are wondering what this is, I have a little pot of frozen grapes. I have talked about these on my YouTube channel before, but quite a long time ago. But my favorite snack in like the spring, summer, and like early autumn time is frozen grapes, and I really like to get like the cotton candy grapes, the really sweet ones, and it's literally like eating sweets, but they last so much longer and they're just a really tasty snack. Look. So good. So this is the kind of shape they are. You can see his little tummy. We just go ahead and just stick it on. Not bad, not bad. Right, I'm gonna just give that a little press down. I'm really tempted to get another Sunny Angel, but I'm really scared because I don't want to open one that I don't want. I know some people sell them, but I would be kind of dubious buying a secondhand Sunny Angel in case it turned out to be fake. Right, oh, there we go. Where do I want you to be? Because you're gonna be staying on here for a while. This side because I don't want to cover all of my stickers too much. Ta-da! And from the back, look at his cute little butt. Cool, okay. Let's get back into this and yeah, see how much pain and suffering we are going to endure this afternoon. Let's go. Right, if anything happens to these dogs, that's it. You're done. I don't think it's even a case of being in love with her anymore. Is there an emotion that's stronger than love? If not, I'm creating one. It's like a mixture of love and not being able to breathe unless she's around. Thoughts that run wild, wondering what she's doing, where she is, if she's thinking of me. It's the butterflies that flutter like maniacs when I know I'm going to see her soon. The Stacey Rhodes effect. Cade. That chapter, it was quite a long chapter, and it was a flashback one. It was really nice and like, oh, it made my heart feel so warm. Now I'm abruptly being thrown back to the present, and I don't think I'm gonna like what's coming, but we'll see. We are now at 47%. I'm on chapter 21 and probably gonna pause here. Am I enjoying it? It feels like a 5-star read, but I can't say this is enjoyable because it is traumatic, but it makes you feel so much, and books that make you feel are the best kind of books, even if they don't make you feel good. I'm gonna pause there and I will catch up with you the next time I pick this up. We are 59% into Voracious. I'm on chapter 24. I've just read the most awful chapter. I've been fighting back tears because I'm actually not on my own. I'm here with Luce. We're on our little staycation, which you probably will have already watched the video for this. I'm still very much in the trenches. I'm still very much waiting for something good to happen. But obviously, I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, so I can't tell you too much, but I'm ready for them to be okay. There's so many people in this story that I hate, and Cade and Stacey honestly just deserve the world, and I'm fighting for my life over here. I really am. Other than that, I have nothing to update you on. It's continuous pain and suffering. Cade gave her £86 million.
Yeah, what's that about?
I mean, to be fair, would I trade places with her? No.
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 You can keep your 86 million.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that.
Even if I could have Cade Mitchell, I still don't think I'd trade places with her.
No. I honestly think, like, what they go through, I think, is one of the worst experiences I've ever read.
Can I ask you something? Can you answer me honestly? Does anything happen to Barry's daughter?
Can't remember. Would you feel better if you knew what happened to Barry's daughter?
Depends. She's okay or not.
Interesting.
You're pure evil. guys, I owe you a little bit of an update. So it's been a couple of days since I've got back from the little bookish staycation with the girls, and I actually have only just read some this morning, but I woke up quite early. I think I woke up like with 45 minutes before I actually needed to get out of bed. So I read, and we are now on 79%. I feel like it's about to get really bad really quickly. I mean, this whole book has been pretty bad. This morning in bed, I read some of the flashback chapters where we find out how their breakup played out and also what actually happened that night. And yeah, I was just streaming with tears. It's just so painful. These characters really go through it. Kind of like two star-crossed lovers that desperately love each other, but there's a serious lack of communication, there's a high level of toxicity, and their situations for both of them are just horrific. So yeah, in terms of reading updates, this is kind of just going back and forth from present to past, and it's kind of over quite a short period of time in the present, and that's another reason why there's not so loads that I can talk to you about. Stacey, our FMC, is trying to start a new life at this point, and that is why I feel like everything is about to hit the fan. I feel like this is where it's going to go really wrong right before the end, and then hopefully the next book will be I keep saying this because I'm holding out hope. I'm hoping the next book will kind of maybe be sort of tying up the situation that the end of this book causes, and then hopefully a journey of healing for the rest of the book, but I'm not holding my breath. Anyway guys, I really want to try and sit and read a good chunk now. I don't know how long does it say I have left in the book. It's saying I have an hour and 10 minutes left in the book, and it is 11 a.m. I do have quite a lot I need to do today. I actually have another YouTube video I need to film because the end of this week is book club. So you'll probably see me in this attire at the start of that video because I am starting my book club prep today. So I'll probably sit, and do you know what? Let's try and finish it. Let's do that. Oh, do you know what? I absolutely love Cade's dad. I know he's meant to be a psychopath and blah, 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 but he has a soft side and I really love seeing it. I'm very excited for his book. I don't know how soon I'll get around to it, but yeah, I'm very excited to get his POV and get his story properly, because we get fed like little bits of his dad's story in this, which I really love. So I'm very excited to sort of witness their story firsthand. Oh no. It's happening. When will this torment end? This isn't a bit I'm crying at, this is a bit that's good. Let's assume Cade does get his hands on me. Would you help him, Stacey? I throw my head back and laugh. He's the son of Tobias Mitchell. He doesn't need help. I'm so stressed. It says I have 20 minutes left in the book. I think I'm just gonna sit and finish it. I think I need to. They've gone to the party. This won't make sense to anybody who hasn't already read this, but they're at the party and Luella is also at the party. Oh, I'm really stressed. This is not going to go their way, and in fact it's going to go very badly, and I just don't know if I can deal with that. We'll see. I don't even have words. I have a theory that might make this last part a little bit better. I feel like there's a mystery person who came into the scene at the very end before it all went up in flames, and I think I know who that might be, and I think it could be a good thing, but I don't know until I pick up the next book. I'm clinging on to the hope that it is who I think it is. Otherwise, the start of the next book is going to be awful. This entire second book, apart from a few tiny moments in some of the flashbacks and then some of the moments with Tobias, other than those few tiny moments where there was a little bit of happiness, this was just pure trauma. This was worse than the first book. I mean, the first book was bad. So in the first book, you kind of find out about the trauma and what the trauma is. In this book, you experience it all firsthand, and it is vile. It's awful. But my official rating for book 2, Voracious, is 5 stars. I feel sick, but it's 5 stars. Anyway, I am gonna go now and get on with my day. I'm gonna really struggle to get on with my day and function as a normal human being now. But we move. Anyway, guys, I will catch up with you when we pick up the third and final book in the trilogy and we pray for our happy ending. It is time to start book 3. I'm hoping that the suffering doesn't continue for too long, but that's probably not realistic. Anyway, let's sit here now and read the first couple of chapters. Okay, please, please, please be what I think it is. Thank goodness that is exactly what I thought was happening, but I didn't want to get my hopes up because I feel like there's been so much to go wrong at every single turn. I still don't feel like I want to entirely get my hopes up, because even though there's maybe a tiny glimmer of hope in this current instance, it feels like it could very quickly be pulled away, and so I don't want to get too comfortable because we're at the start of the book and it seems too good to be true at this point. We are now 5% in and we are up to chapter 4. Anyway guys, I will catch with you the next time I'm able to pick this up. Okay, so I just did reading for an hour for a separate vlog, and I managed to read up to page 65 from page... I only managed to read 40 pages in that hour, but quite a lot happened, and the writing is really teeny tiny, so it was quite difficult to read. Definitely much prefer reading it on my Kindle. That was kind of a silent vlog that I was doing, so I couldn't really stop and talk in the middle of it, but I will catch up with you guys the next time I get a chance to pick this up. Hello guys, good morning. I have a little update for you because I did a little bit of reading in bed this morning. So I am on chapter 17 now. I'm 31% in. Yeah, it was a gruesome few chapters because let's just say revenge is finally happening for some people. Specifically one person. If you know, you know. However, I still feel like we are nowhere near in the clear yet. I'm scared that it's all gonna get worse again before it gets better, but I'm really feeling for Stacey and Cade right now. I mean, I've been feeling for them this whole entire book, of course, with everything they've gone through, and Cade is going to have some extremely severe PTSD, and at the moment they're sort of beginning to navigate that. I really want to read some more. I'm not going to have time to read any more today. I'm currently in crazy prep mode. I need to try and finish this reading vlog in the next 2 days, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm actually going to Canada, and so I'm trying to get this done before I go to Canada so I can get it scheduled for while I'm in Canada, but I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly don't. I just got too much to do. I've been crazy sort of trying to film and edit and get other YouTube videos ready so that they can go, because I needed ideally to have 3 to go. I needed one for this weekend, one for one of the weekends while I was there, and one for the weekend just after I get back, because when I get back I won't have time to fully film and edit and get one posted. So we'll see. But that is why I'm not able to get as much reading as I would like done at the moment. I finished another book yesterday that I was doing on audio. I finished Red Rising by Pierce Brown. That was so good. It was so good. But anyway guys, I just wanted to give you a very quick update because the chapters I read this morning were so good. In fact, the whole beginning of this book has kind of been a bit of sort of like, yes, finally. But again, I just don't want to get my hopes up too much. But anyway, that is my current thoughts and feelings. I will talk to you soon. So we have finished the Edge of Darkness Trilogy. As you just saw, I finished Restitution on my plane journey over to Toronto, and I am back from Canada now, so I thought I'd sit down and properly talk to you about my thoughts and feelings on the final book. So Restitution, the third and final book in the trilogy, was of course 5 stars. So this is a 5-star trilogy across the board and potentially a god tier for me now, I think. You go on such a journey with these characters. It is truly horrific at times, but in the end, you get that closure. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how it ended. I'm pleased with how everything was pretty much tied up, and I'm very, very excited to go back and read Tobias's book, which is like the prequel, which is called Psychotic Obsession. I adored Tobias in the books, and I do think that his books are probably going to paint him in a bit of a different light to how he was painted in this trilogy, just because I feel like in this trilogy it's kind of after all the really bad stuff has happened with him, and this is kind of where he's a bit older. I don't know if he's so much learned from his mistakes or if he's like mellowed in his old age kind of thing. Well, I say old age, he's not even that old, but yeah, I fancy him a lot. What do you even say about a series like this? Because I loved it so much, but so few things happened that made me smile, that made me really happy. Like, it was a lot of suffering and pain and trauma. I feel like it's such a funny one to talk about because it's like, oh, this really awful stuff happened, but I love this book. And it's like, it doesn't feel right saying that. I always find that books that really provoke emotions in me and really make me feel are the ones that I enjoy the most. So we're gonna go with that. I really loved Stacey and Cade in this. I honestly think they deserve the world. I hate Bernadette probably more than I've hated any female character ever. She was vile. She was a vile, vile woman, but Stacey and Cade, I loved them. And I am honestly so glad that I picked up this edition when I went to Rare, because when I went to Rare, I had actually only read the first book in the trilogy, and I bought this, and this was a little bit pricey. I think I paid, £80 for this, which was double the price I paid for any of the other special editions that I bought at Rare. So it was on the pricey side, but obviously all 3 books are in here. It's gorgeous. Yeah, this will never be leaving my side. I'm so glad that I bought it because I just had a feeling that this trilogy was going to be incredible. But anyway, guys, there isn't really a great deal more I can say about this trilogy now. I'm so happy that I finally read this. I hope that this reading vlog has maybe brought this trilogy to other people's attention and they might give it a go as well. But obviously, very important, please do check the trigger warnings and take them seriously before diving into this, because it is very heavy, and I'm not just saying that, it is very heavy. But anyway, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.